are just outside of Houston, Texas. It is extremely windy and cold today.
Yes.
Wow, we have just left our hotel. We are on our way to a brand new destination, and where is that?
Well, it's not Saturn,
No,
not space,
that would be cool though.
but we are on our way to Galveston, a port we have never been to before, and we are going to be sailing on
Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. That's a brand new ship for us. We got a brand new departure port, a brand new ship. We're also visiting a port we've never been to, Roatan Honduras. So lots of new stuff going on for us on this journey. So let's head over. We got about a 40-minute drive over to the port, and we're gonna park over there and get checked in, do all that fun stuff, and then the fun really begins. Let's get it started. Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas starts right now.
If you're wondering, Hoffman's, why is there a huge Saturn outside your hotel? The NASA Center in Houston is right here across the street. So the Saturn makes sense. Another side note, we are not just being baby Floridians today. It is actually really, really cold out. We are going to have quite a chilly sail away today, my friend.
Considering we're not even over at the ocean yet, like at the Gulf, we're something that does not apply to us because we're driving. We drove from Florida, but that I wanted people to be aware of is that this happens a lot at Port Canaveral too. But with Galveston, the cruise terminal in Galveston itself is not close to the airport. Most people fly into Houston because that's the closest one. But if you fly into Hobby, it's about 50 minutes. And if you fly into IAH, it's about like an hour 15 to get to the cruise terminal from the airport. A lot of people don't realize that. So you'll want to definitely have some kind of transportation set up, whether it be, you know, a shuttle through your cruise line or doing a Lyft or Uber or whatever it may be. Just keep that in mind though. It's not right next to each other. You're gonna have to go quite a ways regardless of which airport you fly into.
And on that topic, if you're looking for a hotel to stay at in Houston, the one that we stayed at was the Courtyard by Marriott that was right across the street from the NASA Center, and I highly recommend it. It was really, really nice, super clean, and the bed was really comfortable.
One other thing to point out before we arrive is that we are actually headed right next to the cruise terminal to easy cruise parking, so we can park our vehicle. The reason I want to point that out is because it's actually very, very close to the terminal itself, and while they offer a shuttle like most other parking services do, they also offer you an option just to walk. So park your car and walk yourself over to the terminal, and that's at a discounted rate.
We made it to our parking lot, and as you can see, it is an outdoor parking lot. And you can see it's really, really close to the cruise ship. There it is. There's Liberty. You can take that shuttle right there, or you can walk like we're doing. So what we paid to park here for the week was about $85. And obviously this is like a third party. It's not with the cruise port. To park at the cruise port, kind of like in a similar situation where it's remote parking and then you take a shuttle over to the ship, it was about $97. And then to park right by the ship, that was going to be $120. I think probably next time we sail out of here, we'll probably go with one of those options, just going straight with the cruise port. But just to give you an idea of your options and what the prices would be. This is by far the coldest we've ever walked to a ship ever. And we've sailed out of New Jersey before.
In January.
In January. This is much colder.
It is. It's so windy. That's what it is. The wind is just ripping today. Like, oy vey.
Here's the thing too. We were not prepared for this weather because when we got here yesterday, it was like 80 something degrees out. Sunny, pleasant, and then like, is that common in Texas? For the temperature to just drop 50 degrees overnight? Is that a normal thing?
Good to see some cool stuff on the walk though. Look at the little town area. Super nice.
Whoa, this isn't our terminal. This is Carnival's using this terminal today, but man, it's so cool looking. It has a reef and it looks like an old building. It's awesome. Not as glamorous, but this is where we are today, Terminal 2.
All right, before we head into the terminal, one thing I want to point out, very important, if you're using Easy Cruise parking like we are and you walked across like we did, you want to make sure when you come back out to the road, even though if you're coming to Liberty or this terminal here, it looks like you want to come out to the road and take a left. You do not. You actually want to take a right and come across there where that little bridge is. You don't go on the bridge, you walk on the street, but that's the only way to get into here. If you take a left out on the street and then try to come across, you won't be able to cross. Well, we made it to the terminal, let's head inside. Oh, before we head in, here's a good look at how everything's laid out. Galveston Island. We are here, just parked somewhere right along in there. And that's what I was talking about. If you come like out on the street and go left, apparently you won't be able to get across. So you want to go right, come out, and then come in. So follow the letters down, letter N, and then we see entrance, check-in, hanging up there, and then entrance, check-in here next to the maps. Go to the right, and they'll get you checked in. You can head inside. Well, not the most glamorous of terminal. Pretty plain, no decor up. So now we just wait in line.
And warm up.
Yeah, warm up. And then we'll just be waiting through this line here, and then we go through security. Obviously, we can't film that, but we'll see you on the other side. All right, just like that, we are through the initial check. We are through security. Now we head into the actual check-in spot.
It wasn't bad. It was like, I would say, like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, they moved it pretty quick.
So we just needed vaccination card, site sales pass, negative COVID test. Oh, and of course you have to wear your mask inside the terminal as well as indoors on the ship.
And here is the check-in desk. And did want to point out that they have a day of testing area back over here. So anyone who's an unvaccinated traveler, like children, having to get that test here at the terminal to ensure that they are negative, that will take place there as well, probably if you had to schedule your test here at the terminal because you weren't able to get one ahead of time, which does cost, but that's an option there. Also, we made mention of how the terminal is very plain, very like industrial looking, but it's important to note that Royal Caribbean is building a brand new terminal here in Galveston. I think that should be opening later this year, late 2022, and with that, first ever Oasis class ship will be coming to Galveston, Allure of the Seas. So that'll be cool to check out once they have that brand new terminal here. They've released some concept art and it looks really nice. So while this one has worked, we can definitely see why an upgrade was needed. Check-in complete. That only took a few minutes. Now we head this way. It says 2 ships, so we're going up the escalator, heading on board. And we got these wristbands that mean we've tested negative for COVID. I miss the silicone ones. Those were nice.
I like those more too. They did give us a hot tip though. Put it on your not dominant hand. Like put it on the hand that you're not going to eat with so that this doesn't dip in your food.
So now we're upstairs. They do one final check here to make sure you're checked in and you're who you're supposed to be. They'll remove your mask so they can match your picture that you took during online check-in, and then you're good to go through the double doors and get on the ship.
On the ship?
This is our first time ever boarding a ship not in the Eastern time zone.
Oh my gosh, that's true!
Yeah.
This is monumentous. Ready? Of the ship.
On board Liberty of the Seas. And even though it is January 2nd and we are into the new year, we still have holiday decor.
Yay! I want to hold on to Christmas as long as possible.
You didn't tell me we were going to have friends on this sailing.
Who's our friends?
Jen and Barry! How nice of Jen and Barry to leave Independence of the Seas and come to Liberty just for us.
There's only one reason for that. It's because they're mootastic. We are starting things on this cruise correctly. It feels like forever since we've been to Sorrento's.
It kind of has been a while.
Because we sailed on Virgin and then Disney, and it's kind of been a while since we've been on Royale.
Yeah.
Holidays.
Oh.
But now we have Sorrento's Pizza. And just to let you know of current protocols, they are still limiting the capacity of the elevators. 5 people or your group.
So we can explain safety.
Yay!
And this is what the outdoor decks look like when it's 30-something degrees and the wind is whipping furiously.
It's empty.
I mean, look at that. No one's got any interest in the pools right now. You can see the steam coming off the hot tubs, blowing like crazy. Flags unfurling at a vigorous pace.
I'm keeping my mask on to keep my face warm.
That's a good idea.
That should say something.
So we've talked about e-muster, the new way of doing the muster drill, several times, but in case you haven't seen it before, no more congregating in groups at your muster station. You want to open up the Royal Caribbean app, click the safety information thing, and it'll pop it up here. There's the countdown to how long you have to complete it. So what we need to do here is watch the life jacket instruction video and then listen to the emergency horn sound, and then we actually need to visit our assembly station. You can hit find on deck and it will show you where it is. So ours is in the Star Lounge, so we just pop in there really quick, they check off that we've done what we needed to do, and we're good to go.
There was nothing to show with the muster drill.
Like I told you, it was like 10 seconds. She scanned. We don't have our C-Pass cards yet because the rooms aren't ready yet. That's where you pick them up. I was right outside your door. But they scanned our set sail pass for each of us and then said, this is where you come in case of emergency. If you're in your room, bring your life jacket. If not, just come. You're good.
Also,
It was literally that.
Also, too, I like the sound that when they scan, it's like ba-doing.
It's like a Frogger sound or something. It's really interesting. Okay, the entrance to this Casino Royale is amazing. Rat Pack,
With
Dino, Sammy, and Frank. And then over there they have Ocean's 11. Like the 2001 version. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, Andy Garcia, Matt Damon, all featured prominently.
And the other, I don't know, 7 of them.
Not featured as prominently. Okay. We're gonna have to wait to confirm a few hours, but potentially big news here.
So we were scrolling through the dining options on the ship, clicked on Windjammers with my fingers crossed, and look, do you see that? Do you see that? Right there. That is dinner. There is a time next to the dinner, and there's a time next to all the days at dinner. So me thinks that we might get Windjammer Dinner.
And if you're confused as to why we're so excited about that, ever since cruising restarted back in June, Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines as well have not had the buffet open for dinner. Only breakfast and lunch.
I really hope this isn't like the carrot dangling in front of us. Like, I really hope we have it, because that's gonna make the sailing so much better.
Rooms are ready, and per the usual, C-Pass cards tucked behind the placard.
This is us today.
Why is there a pic from The Empire Strikes Back here?
I don't know, probably because they knew we were gonna be cold today, and it just suited us.
Our Tauntaun will freeze before we make it. Give you a quick look at the digs.
It's pretty big.
It is pretty big, actually. A nice sized couch there, bed, you know, all the typical. It's not anything updated or new. It'll work. We have our balcony, 2 chairs and a table, looking at some industrial stuff.
Oh, is that the new terminal?
No, I don't think so. It's just industrial stuff.
Oh, okay.
But there's a Coca-Cola van down there, so that's cool.
Nice. And oh, a swarm of birds.
Now, if you're interested in seeing a full tour of this room, be sure to check out the rest of the videos on our Liberty of the Seas playlist. We'll have a full and complete room tour there. I think Royal Caribbean's been taking notes on us or something.
They gave us our 2 favorite cookies. Chocolate chip for me, oatmeal raisin for Matt. And they gave us this weird spring water that's in an interesting canister.
Proud source spring water. Appalachian Forest?
Yeah. I guess that
Is that
means
what it says? No, Apalachicola. Apalachicola Forest.
Mariana, Florida?
Oh. So they said, like, you guys are from Florida. You've traveled all this way to Texas. We're going to give you some Floridian water here.
It's only appropriate. Make us really feel at home.
Thank you so much.
Also, we hadn't mentioned this yet, but here is our itinerary for this sailing. And the reason why we have a piece of paper telling us our itinerary is because it changed.
That's right, due to some weather conditions.
And we've been saying this a lot because of COVID, because COVID oftentimes will change the itineraries. But even when it's something not COVID related, your itinerary could change, and it does change sometimes. So you definitely have to be somewhat flexible, especially during COVID time. But even if it doesn't have to do with COVID, it can still change, just FYI. One, we have our luggage, so I can put a warmer sweatshirt on, so yay. Two, do you hear this?
I feel like we're back at the Johnson Space Center.
What did you just say a minute ago?
And Houston, we have liftoff of Space Shuttle Liberty.
See, listen to the hangers. Just hear those hangers jingling, ring, jing, jingling too. It's not Christmas anymore, but we're still gonna sing it too. We are a wiggling and we are moving, so that means it's sail away time.
Let's go take a look.
Let's go.
Aha, we have pushed back from the dock. Interesting thing, I believe we have to turn around.
Oh, we have to turn around so we can head to where we're going?
Yeah, we're pointed like opposite of where the channel is to go out.
Oh, okay.
So get spun around here and head out.
That's probably why those thrusters were going so much.
Probably.
You had to do like a hard turn.
Well, I thought they were gonna spin around, but we're just going backwards. We're just backing down the channel right now, which is pretty cool. This is a fun sail away. Look at the old style sailing ship there, and the old like sea shack style buildings.
It's like a little harbor town.
It is like a little harbor town. This is fantastic. Is this the new cruise terminal or something else? I don't know. I don't know exactly where the new terminal's going. I just know it is in this port. Soon enough. Man, like,
The wind just pushed me.
it literally, yeah. I mean, I know we keep saying it, and not to like drone on and on about it, but it's just ridiculously windy.
It's ridiculously windy, and I think it's just shockingly cold. I was not expecting, which apparently the rest of Texas wasn't expecting it to be this cold this day either, but wow.
If you ever find yourself sailing on Liberty Seas out of Galveston and it's ridiculously cold and windy, we recommend coming down under the FlowRider right by the Adventure Ocean outdoor area under the Perfect Storm water slides, because there's not really any wind right here.
No, we're stable. We're like getting some heat from inside, but we're still outside seeing the sailaway, so it's working.
It's working. Also, I like the seahorse on this marina building. Okay, now we're turning. So we back down all the way to this part. Now we're giving it the old whirly bird spin around. Look at that beautiful sunset, my goodness. Also, it's a very quick spin. But I don't know if you can, if you kind of keep your eye in the corner there, the corner of the ship, you can see relative to the things beyond us, just how fast we're spinning. I mean, it's not obviously like super speed or anything, but it's much faster than I would have thought the ship would have swung around. Put it that way. Came inside the dining lounge to get out of the wind and cold. We have the ship turned around now. We're headed forward. See the water lapping up on the rocks down there on the jetties. Heading out to sea. So long, Galveston. We will see you in a week. It was not a lie. Dun, dun, dun.
It's happening!
We did it! We made it!
Let's go!
Ooh, look at this beautiful cake that they have. Look at spices and serving them up.
I love it!
It's been so long, I guess we should show what they have for dinner in the Windjammer. So they have some little appetizers. This is a taste of Tex-Mex. Hi. So they have, forte chili, very spicy in parentheses. Black beans, spicy lamb empanada, chicken quesadilla, beef burritos, fish enchiladas, grilled corn. There's that cake. And then some more dessert, chocolate anise cake and a strawberry shortcake. They have a soup station here with onion soup and cream of wild mushroom. Here at the carvery, they have roasted beef strip loin. We have fried fish, chips, flash fries, beef patties, buttermilk fried chicken, spicy pork chop, Kerala fish curry, aloo gobi. We have a salad station here. Different kinds of lettuce and toppings. And of course, they are serving you in the Windjammer, so you just let them know what you would like and they'll get that for you on a plate or in a bowl. Got a meat and cheese station here as well. And then over here we have pork chop, grilled fish. They have a minute steak, chicken breast. They have some ratatouille, steamed vegetables. Looks like some mashed potato. Very nice. It's kind of hard to see because of the lights reflecting on the glass, but all those little lights beyond the big lights reflecting, those are like barges and other ships and things. And then back to Galveston, right over there. Let's check out the desserts, starting with tonight's special churros. How about that? With some bread pudding with vanilla sauce, fresh fruit, scoop ice cream. Oh yeah, with toppings. Look at all the toppings. Cookies, chocolate mousse, jello, Boston cream pie, raspberry mousse, hazelnut chocolate cake, peach raspberry tart, peanut butter cheesecake, outer jello, dolce leche mousse.
Did you enjoy our grand return to Windjammer Dinner?
More than words could describe.
I am so relaxed right now. I don't even want to get up and leave.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, because, you know, people always ask us, like, why don't you guys go to the main dining room? Why don't you like the main dining room? You're probably wondering, what's the big hubbub about Windjammer being open for dinner? This is why, because this is what it's like for dinner at the Windjammer every time. It's nice, it's quiet, it's calm, it's dark, and you just get your food, it's casual, you chill out. What's not to love?
It's so nice. You can just listen to the random Royal Caribbean music while you look into darkness. And I know it doesn't seem that special or great, but it is just really, really calming and casual, and we love it.
Well, we started a tradition of showing ship's night aesthetic on night one. This is gonna be the real quick version of that.
When I say this is for you guys, it's for you guys.
Real quick.
Let's bundle up.
Suit up. Oh, and I forgot when I said night aesthetic. Trademark. Off of Heavy Chops. Duh. And our blustery day in the 100-acre wood comes to a close.
It really was. It's funny that our first time sailing out of Galveston was a very unique circumstance of sailing out of Galveston. But
We'll take it.
even though I'm still icy to the bone, I'm still happy that today was what it was, and I don't know, it kind of was a fun element for today.
Yeah, it was. I like sailing away from Galveston. It was pretty cool. But lots of fun coming still on board Liberty of the Seas. Tomorrow is a day at sea. There's another day at sea. Then we'll be getting to the ports later on. 7-night journey we are on right now. This was just night number 1, so the fun has just begun. So thank you for joining us for today's video. We hope to see you back tomorrow for day number 2. And of course, if you're interested in coming on board Liberty of the Seas or another Royal Caribbean vessel, we can help make that happen. As travel agents, it would be our pleasure. And it's completely free to you. We charge no costs or fees of any kind. And if you recently booked and you're like, oh, I wish I would have known. Hey, if it's been within the past 30 days, we can transfer the booking to our agency completely free. Feel free to reach out via that travel agent information. It's in the description of this video. HoffmanHappyTravels.com is our website. You can also reach us there. Once again, thanks for joining us for today's video. We'll see you back tomorrow, day number 2 on board Liberty of the Seas. But until then, we're signing off for tonight. See you tomorrow. Happy travels! Liberty, 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 liberty.